All right, testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Chatterbox. I'm your host, as always, Mad Chatter. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see, we got 2 people in here. May not be much, but it's something. It's been a while. I'll have to say, it's glad to be back. Been pretty busy with life, got a lot going on, but I'm glad to finally be back making some sort of content. Got some creepy stories on the way, also working on some stuff for my ASMR channel, but enough about me though. How are you guys doing? Don't be shy. Feel free to mingle in the chat, see what's up, and be sure to let your friends know that the stream is going on. So if they want to watch me play a creepy visual novel, just chill out, have a couple brews, free to do so. Much appreciate that. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that lovely subscribe button. It's that nice red button over there. Yeah, give that a nice little tap, and it'll do both of us good. But I'm glad to be back here making content for everybody, and yeah, it's great. Hopefully you all had a great summer, and yeah, let's see. So tonight we're going to be continuing our playthrough of The Letter. So we're going to jump into that real soon, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. But let's see. Oh shit, somebody left the chat. I think I'm just here by myself. So but yeah, so basically I'm going to see where we are going to continue off of. Okay, so we're back at the Ermengarde mansion, and we're playing as the interior designer, Marianne McCulloch, the Irish chick, Irish lass, I guess you could say. And in true fashion, we'll be drinking an East Vancouver craft lager for the ladies and gents alike. So let's get that, cracking open a cold one, that nice satisfaction. Do you hear it? That nice sizzling of that brew. Yeah. I've been working a lot of hours, so it's kind of nice to finally have a day off, you know. It's definitely been a crazy year for all of us, you know. So, but yeah, you know what? I'm ready to just chill out, play some video games, we'll hang out here for a little bit longer, and see who else decides to show up. Let's see here. You know, it'd be so funny. It'd be funny if it was just me waiting here for like an hour. Oh, look at that. We got my boy, the Hero Ask You, my lovely moderator, a good friend of mine. You guys be sure to follow him on Twitter or Instagram. He posts some amazing food and shit. Really good narrator as well. Actually, he'll be featured in a brief cameo for my ASMR channel, that a new video that I'm working on. I am working on some creepy stories, but it's been a while, and just trying to get, ease back into it. But yeah, I'm excited to release that project for you. You can follow me on Twitter for updates and whatnot, and yeah, it'll be great. Nice. And we got 4 people in here. 4 people. I also be mindful of the new rules for the live stream chat. Just keep that in mind. Want to make this a safe space for everybody, you know. We all just want to come down, escape, wind down, chill. All be friendly with each other and shit. So, Creepy Clown Girl is in the house. Says, hi, MC. What's going on, girl? It's been a while. Hopefully all's doing well. Hopefully you had a good summer. It's good to see you. But yeah, let's see, 4 people. We got 2 in the chat for now. Who else is here? I'm curious. But yeah, no, it's it's crazy to think summer's pretty much over already, but I am pretty close to that 1,000 subscriber mark, because I had made it a goal of mine to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the summer, and I'm very, very close. So if you could do me a solid one, let everybody know if they want to come here for chill streams and chilling stories. Tell them to subscribe to my channel. Weekly Creeps is in the house, says, hey there, beautiful. What's up, handsome? Good to see you here, as always. 7 people here. 7 people in the chat. All right, guys, so let's see here. I got 7 people in the chat and 2 likes. Let's get those likes up. What do you say, guys? Be sure to like that video. Definitely gives me a boost for the algorithm and shit. But yeah. Yeah, Weekly, it's good to see you, man. Hope you've been well, though. Do you had a pretty good day? Just chilling, or I think I'm gonna hop on the game here pretty soon, but so yeah, let's see here. I might as well. Let's continue. Let's load this up. So I think from the last time we checked, let's see here. The backlog. I'm just gonna take a quick look at the backlog. Yes, okay, so this is just after having that terrible nightmare, if I remember correctly. Weekly Creep says, yeah, man, I've been spending time with the family, so that's been fun. How about you, man? Hey there, CCG. Yeah, man. Yeah, I spent a lot of time chilling out with the wifey. You know, she's in recovery mode. You know, she just got out of the hospital, and it's been an interesting 3 weeks. But yeah, I got her watching. I got her on the anime train because, like, for the longest time, she hasn't really been into it. But yeah, we're actually, some people don't classify it as an anime, but we're rewatching. Well, I'm rewatching Avatar: The Last Airbender, and it's her time experiencing it. And she's just like, we just finished book 2, Earth, and she's just like amazed. She's like, I want to know what happens next. Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Ominous Audio says, so you come here down often, sexy? What's up, Ominous Audios? It's good to see you here, man. Hey, man. Yeah, these are all my homies in the chat, so that's great. Well, cheers to you guys. So, what do you say? I'll get started. So, our character, one of our protagonists, I guess, not protagonists, but one of our cast of characters, Marianne McCulloch, just experienced that nightmare with the conjoined twins, where it was like, it was Hana and her ex-girlfriend. Some creepy shit, but like, let's see here. Cats. Still better than humans, most of the time. Too bad I have to work with humans. The place is already busy as soon as I get here. Okay, so this is at the point when the Wrights have already purchased the mansion and they're just going to town on the decorating, I'm assuming. The foreman, one that I've recommended to the Wrights for his work ethic, is early as usual. Already, he's instructing men here and there with bigger loads. What kind of loads are we talking about here? Just kidding. I have no chance to talk to him as Mrs. Wright appears and greets me with a smile.
Mrs. Wright, I hope everything has been to your liking thus far.
Ominous Audio says the Irish lass. Yes, that's right.
Good morning, Marianne. It has been delightful and these men have been very helpful.
Oh, Spook You says, I'd rather work with cats than humans any day. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. I'm with you on that, and welcome to the Chatterbox. It's always good to see you, my friend.
Look at all this. It's so busy here. I'm getting tired just looking at them go.
No complications so far with the movers or the previous owners of the mansion, I hope?
If anything, the only one being problematic is Luke, if I'm to be honest. He can be such a diva, but I do like that about him.
She stops, looking up at the upper landing, where Mr. Wright comes through with 2 other movers and the mirror from the study.
Oh, do be careful with that mirror. We wouldn't want anyone getting hurt because of broken glass.
Mirror.
Why are you even having it carried around?
Oh? You did say you didn't want the mirror, and I keep getting distracted by it. If I'm going to turn the study into my office, I'd rather not have it there. Where can we put this?
Well, you are not putting it in our room. Why don't you go, I don't know, put it in the wine cellar for now? We can figure out if we'll store it in the attic or somewhere else later, yes?
Yeah, because we all know that putting things in the wine, or just going down to the wine cellar is a good idea, right?
You heard her, boys. To the cellar it goes. Mush.
Man, this guy's so demeaning. You don't just go like, that's like what you tell like sled dogs to do. What a fucking douchebag. Oh shit. The movers bring down the mirror one step at a time. No matter how much the man tells them to hurry. An unsettling feeling grows in my stomach as I see a reflection in that bloody thing. And I look away, not wishing to risk anything. If I see Lorraine's image in the mirror now, I wouldn't know what I'd do. I don't have the luxury of privacy right now, and I'm not going to break down in front of all these people. Mrs. Wright only shakes her head and laughs at her husband's antics as they take the mirror out of there. He's back at it again soon enough, pointing the men here and there. I'd say he's the man with the plan, but it sort of interferes with the layout and design that we've agreed upon before. I'm about to point it out, but...
It's better you let him realize his mistakes on his own, rather than tell him of them. That way you do not get blamed for his actions. It is more fun, to tell him, how does they say it? I told you so, once he slips up.
Been working with him long enough to know that, huh?
It's not like I plan to make too much of a fuss. Unless what he changes is actually crucial.
It happens often enough, when one is made to accompany him nearly all hours of the day.
Up, higher. Come on now.
Still, you could at least be less pushy about things.
Careful now. I know your pictures are framed by cheap plastic, but those are framed by African Blackwood and are one-of-a-kind commissioned paintings. Each one is easily worth a lifetime of what you lot make.
African Blackwood. Would it be called anything else? It is surprising how hands-on he is compared to my usual clientele. Well, the both of them are, actually. It's refreshing to have them participate, despite their initial reluctance.
Luke, do the dishwashers go into the kitchen or the butler's pantry?
Pantry, Buttercup. Careful, that's Emma No, you there, put that down. You do not manhandle a Napoleon Abueva.
Nice. He really needs to tone down on the dramatics a notch. Mrs. Wright and the butler look like they're about used to it by now. But the rest of us, well...
Sweetie, why don't we go and sort your suits upstairs? Let your Hans and Marianne and the foreman deal with the rest of the work.
Yeah, your blood pressure is going up too high,
We
bro.
have this, Mrs. Wright.
Yes, please do go before a blood vessel bursts. Bloodstains are so troublesome to clean.
I swear to God, this Johans guy, he's got to have some crazy backstory, like he was some fucking German hitman or something at some point. I mean, why else does he wear the gloves? There's an obvious stare of relief as Mr. Wright is dragged out of the room, leaving the movers to do their work in peace. Some grumbling even comes from some of the younger workers. It's a good thing the family butler isn't some blindly loyal tool to his boss, or there will be trouble with Mr. Wright.
He is such a bratwurst. Whiny baby who never got enough hugs from his mutter.
I love this guy.
Probably lost in translation, and not that I'm condoning talking about someone else behind their back, but I think you meant to call Mr. Wright a horrible brat.
Spooky says all the cool people wear gloves. Hey baby, that's right, no glove, no love. Hero Askew says, heck yeah, that butler knows some ancient martial arts. Indeed, sir, I think he does. He's hiding a lot.
Well, he is that too. There are a lot of things I can call him, but I mean to say that he is a big weenie. A childish name for a childish person. Like a child, he whines when he doesn't get what he wants, and he breaks the toys that he has.
He got it down to a silence. To a science. Shit. That gets a laugh from me, as well as a few of the movers who linger near. He and I carry boxes, instructing the movers where they should be, and generally taking over Mr. Wright's work. It goes off without a hitch, and the man is helpful, efficient, and capable with physical labor, despite his clean-cut appearance. A gentleman to boot, taking boxes from me when he sees me struggling with them. Speaking of boxes...
Hey, one of the boxes for the kitchen is missing. Has anyone seen it? The one with the pots and the knives.
The Bratwurst had it brought upstairs, thinking it was for the attic.
Oh no.
Why would he... Oh, never mind. I'll go get it.
Oh shit, we going back here. I feel like we might encounter some more haunted shit. We'll see. Spooky says, he's got the glasses. It's confirmed. Yes, all the cool people wear glasses. Myself included. Haha. Let's see what happens here. Why even bring a box of pots and knives to the attic? That man is ridiculous. There's probably no point in making sense of what he does if he does them, because there's probably no point in making sense of what he does if he does them just because he can. At least, it turns out that I don't have to make it all the way to the top of the attic. The mover, probably on Mr. Wright's orders, left the box on the stairs.
At least it's not that heavy.
And it's been a while since I've done any narrating, so I managed to hoist it up without too much effort. But the time it takes for me to do so, that is long enough for me to overhear an odd conversation I could never in my life imagine coming from a couple like the Wrights.
Well, if you're not careful, I might go a bit loopy and I'll start bringing cats home. And soon enough, one day you'll find yourself going home to a farm just filled with felines that follow you everywhere.
Oh, don't bluff. The things would shred up your precious furniture. Besides, you don't even like that.
Weekly says, someone call OSHA. Yeah, I don't like the way them chandeliers are shaking either. Like, that's some Final Destination shit right there. Like, those things could, like, cut you clean in, like, a couple pieces. But hey, this is a haunted house, so such chandeliers are appropriate for the occasion. Am I right?
True. Dogs are infinitely superior, of course.
I'm sorry, Miss Wright. I cannot agree with you on that. They're not superior. I'm sorry.
But what about the wet dog smell? The mess. I'm not cleaning up after a mutt, no matter how cute. If you think about it, a cat would be better.
I agree. This is one thing I can agree with, Mr. Wright. A cat would be better. I love all animals, but I'm definitely more of a cat person than a dog person. For once, I'll have to agree with Whiskey on this one. Oh, damn. Did I write the script? Shit. Though, I can live with Miss Wright being a dog person. I mean, if she's hot enough, then yeah, you'll be able to deal with it, I would think. But as amusing as this conversation might get, I really shouldn't get caught eavesdropping or slacking off on the job. At most, I should be looking at ways of possibly soundproofing certain rooms, perhaps bringing it up if they don't realize the lack of it. I really should. So what do you think, guys? I'll leave this to you. I'll make the rest of the choices, but should I keep listening or should I move on? What do you think, guys? When I'm thinking that I think that we should move on. That's my opinion, but what do you think, guys? Keep listening. It seems like everybody wants to keep listening, so let's do it. I don't usually care for the private affairs of my clients, as I consider if I should lurk for a little longer. I miss what else was said. All I know is that the topic has somehow moved on from pets to children.
I wasn't being serious.
It's not something you take the piss out of. Having a kid is a big responsibility, Hannah.
She doesn't need to have another kid in the house. I'm just saying, bro.
We've talked about this, haven't we? I'm not ready to be a parent. I'd probably end up killing the little brat by the week's end.
Jesus. Well, yes, you would be a terrible father, a raging alcoholic. That and being a father is never a good mix. The regret sinks in fast. Why can't I just keep to myself and mind my own business like I usually do, of all the times to be curious? Lorraine, bless her soul, once told me that there are 3 things I shouldn't do unless I want to be on the shit list of the social elites. First, don't mess with their livelihood. Whatever business they have that made them and keeps them rich is something they need to protect. Whether it's some multi-million company or some sort of state secret, they keep that close to their chest. Businesses that challenge legal matters and moral issues aside, unless they profited from criminal conduct, it's best to steer away and avoid being their competition. Second, don't mess with their affairs, especially the married sort. It's messy business just to even gossip about it. And worse, to actually be the other woman. I'm towing the line with this rule as it is because of whiskey. And that third thing.
Of all the times to be as sharp as a beach ball and as slow as a sloth, Marianne.
Well, the third thing rings true for just about anyone, really. Don't mess with their family. Of course, she used the word mess quite loosely. And I think what I'm doing now falls under the multiple definitions it could take. Listening to this, something so undoubtedly private, is a great way to get in trouble.
He likes you well enough.
Yes, well, it's Kylie.
Oh, Insidious Nebula is here, says, "Sup peeps, snuck on here while at work. Hope everyone is well. Hi MC, love the streams, dude. Appreciate it, Insidious. And yes, be a rebel, be a rebel. Stick around for a bit longer. And welcome, for those of you who don't know, Insidious Nebula is a new kid on the block. New citizen of the Mad City. But yes, he's a great narrator. I advise you check him all out. Actually, you know what? All the peeps here, we all good narrators. But yeah. Let's see here.
The tyke likes everybody, and on the off chance she doesn't, likes them well enough as long as they buy her sweets. And sure, that kid is great, but if I get tired of her, I can ship her back to her father at the end of the day. Having kids of our own will be a whole different monster entirely.
I think you'll be a great father.
Yeah, no, you would not be a great father, dude. I walk away as far and as fast as I can, while still carrying the box, until I'm a good distance off in the foyer. I even risk my neck, taking the steps down 2 at a time before quickly handing off the kitchenware to Johans.
You really shouldn't run down those stairs. You might slip and break your neck. And that isn't a pretty way to go.
I'll keep that in mind, thanks. Wouldn't want anything to happen to my pretty neck. Why do you think I wear a scarf?
Because they're comfortable? Other than that, they're still serious choking hazards.
Jesus.
You might be wearing your own noose.
This guy, really, he's some straight up hitman shit.
Cut the morbid stuff and let's get these things where they belong.
My kitchen, my rules. If you have somewhere else to go, which I'm sure you have, you may leave the area to me.
Man, I'm sure this guy knows how to, like, fucking butcher or sashimi a human being, man.
Well, I still have to check a few things there, if you don't mind.
The finesse of this guy.
How many times do you need to check every room? Are you sure you're not just looking for this secret recipe of my Kirby soup? Because I'll have you know, it is all in my head.
I like like to be thorough with my work. I'm sure you understand.
He shrugs as we enter the kitchen. The box is quickly placed on one of the countertops, and he sets to work quietly. Occasionally, he would ask me to take one thing or another and place it somewhere else, but for the most part, I'm left thinking about what I just heard. That talk of children and Mrs. Wright's insistence on getting that room. Could it be? No, she doesn't look it, but of course, it could just be too early to show. Oh, she thinks she's pregnant. Alright. And if she does Whiskey know? It really didn't sound like it. What do I care, though? Oh, aside from the fact that I may be working with a pregnant woman who'll have a baby in her near future, and this place isn't exactly up to modern safety standards. The slightest possibility that this might be the case only makes me worry. I'll have to do a better job than what I usually do. Hey, yo, she's simping over Hana real bad now. The movers work efficiently, even when they're left alone, and they do quick work of their responsibilities. The head foreman comes, standing in the doorway, to consult me on this or that, and I have to go help out every now and then. But they pretty much have everything up to standards. They skip lunch entirely, not even realizing when they do so. Nevertheless, all is well as the butler gets to heating up the leftover bubble to squeak and squeak from breakfast and makes a generous batch of fish and chips for them. Most likely simple in comparison to what he serves to the Wrights, but well done nonetheless.
That smells good. Want to wrap up some for me to go?
It's an idle observation more than anything. My thoughts, as they are, preoccupy me.
If there are any left. One can't go wrong with fish and chips. Everyone loves them. Even my husband. And he's American.
Jensen is in the house. What is up, man? I gotta get back to school, but I'll try to peek my head back in when I can. Yo, I appreciate the love, man. It's good to see you, man. I appreciate that. And good luck with the studies, man. I really do hate getting so up and close and personal with my clients. It's a distraction. It is obvious to me that I've gotten my priorities all wrong when I can't help but think about what I heard, what I learned about the Wright couple. These things have a way of creeping up on a person. Thoughts, ideas, wherever they are. Whether they are fact or fiction, they creep up and fester, crawl and writhe in a way that twists. I hear giggling, delighted and mocking. They creep up, and a sensation of fingers ghosting briefly on my arm causes me to freeze and hiss.
Don't!
Oh, the ghost is around. I half expect her to be there.
Whoa, no need to scream bloody murder!
Oh, she was expecting the ghost. Oh, shit.
It's just me. Quiet down before you break glass.
But it's just whiskey.
Don't do that again. Ever.
I don't like being scared. Who does? Though I don't believe in the likes of spooks. Being startled is not on the top of the list of things Marianne liked. Lucky for him, I have nothing within reach, or he would have gotten on friendly terms with something like a rolling pin.
What was with that reaction? Were you really scared? Has Johan's been telling you ghost stories? He just loves to scare people. Isn't that right, Brother Gurium?
The butler's expression is unreadable. I hardly see any emotion on his face to begin with, since I started working for the Wrights, aside from the vague amusement. There must have been something there, though, judging from Mr. Wright's own content look. The expression on Mr. Wright's face is almost cruel. But neither of them spoke, even as Johannes leaves the room to serve the workers their late lunch.
So, now that we're alone, Marianne, what are you so jumpy for?
Jesus, is this guy gonna go for it again?
I was just thinking about all the urban legends the movers have been telling me about this place.
Don't tell me you believe in that tosh. They're nothing but tales made up to scare children. Timmy, Billy, don't you dare go up to that big mansion and get in trouble there. The ghosts are going to get you.
And they will, motherfucker.
That's a boring way to look at it, but that's usually what it is anyway, no? Like I said, I was just thinking.
It would be a relief, actually, if those rumors of this place being haunted is true. That just means I'm not going bonkers. Hearing, let alone seeing, a dead person isn't exactly the symptoms of a healthy mind. Sure, it means there would be such things such as ghouls and goblins, but at least I'd be sane. On the other hand, there would actually be a dead girl walking around. There is a dead girl walking around, just so you know.
If you could excuse the inane question, Mr. Wright, you haven't noticed anything weird here?
A simple enough question on the surface. Yet, I noticed the man stiffen as the question leaves my mouth. I wouldn't have noticed it if I wasn't watching his reaction intently, but in his eyes, I see something dangerous.
That depends on your definition of the word weird. Are we still on the topic of this place being haunted?
Yes.
Because no, things have not started to fly around and we have yet to require an exorcism. I don't think my head would like to do the whole 180-degree turn thing.
Well, maybe that, but no strange people?
Aside from my usually weird butler and all the weird men traipsing around touching my things? No, not really. Why do you ask? Have you noticed anyone strange while you were here? Because you must report it to Johannes and he'll have security handle it.
Here's a secret. Johannes is security. Yes, the captain.
But these reports better not be about ghosts and things that go bump in the night. I don't want to waste manpower on the boogeyman or senseless witch hunts.
I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Wright. But no, it's nothing like that. I guess the mansion is just strange for me. It's a unique project.
It is a unique project indeed.
No strange men or women lurking about then?
A dead teenager would technically qualify as strange. But yeah, the whole I see dead people thing isn't going to go over well.
None that I know of. But I'll inform Johannes immediately if something comes up.
I'm serious, Mint. You see anything, anyone suspicious, and you report it. Immediately.
Okay.
I think that goes without saying.
The concern he have on the talk of security is quickly gone. His arrogant, smug smirk returns, if a bit subdued. Whatever smarmy remark or innuendo he has at the ready never comes, though, as his voice from the dining hall ring out. As voices from the dining hall ring out.
Is this a full-time job for you then?
Nah, I just freelance mostly. For magazines, newspapers.
Yo, is that Luke?
So you can't really call it a full-time job.
Yeah, it's my chocolate brother from another mother.
It's fun and it puts food on the table, but it's not what I really want to do. At least not all the time.
Oh shit. And the look on his face is like, yo, she wants that. She wants that BBC. I won't have it. That would be the magazine photographer, I presume. As always, Mrs. Wright talks in such a kind and cheery fashion, no matter who she's talking with. It certainly puts people at ease around her. It sounds like it's working on the photographer too. Hearing them, though, seems to put Mr. Wright in a sour mood. At least, if his small scowl is anything to go by. Is he jealous? Okay, I think it's time to save real quick. Is he jealous? Oh shit, you know what? Nah, man, he's just not... I'm not gonna lighten the mood. I'm kind of curious though what I should do though. Let's see what the chat has to say. Yeah. Yes, Hero says, so Luke's scenario lined up with this one. They all do at some point. All the characters cross paths at some point in this story, so yes. And this is how he was quick to accuse her of trying to fool around with Luke. Yeah, Hero, that could be a thing, but I don't know. I don't know what to do. Ah! I don't know what to do. All right, you know what? I'm gonna ask if he's all right, and he'll be like, "I'm fine." I don't know. Let's see. Let's try and lighten the mood. Let's see what happens.
You're not gonna go out there and join Mrs. Wright? You're starting to look strained. If you want your picture taken so badly, I'm sure the photographer would oblige.
What is it that you want to do then?
Films. Documentaries mostly. But cinematography is a lot more difficult than photography, right? I was working on this thing, actually.
We need to get you away from the butler. You're starting to sound like him. No, I'm not joining Hana for an interior design magazine photo. What am I, a piece of furniture?
Man, she wants to spend time with you, but you're always going away anyway, so...
Look, did a lot of you have anything else crucial to do today? Marianne.
Oh, let's see what happened with the relationship. I guess... Did it go up or did it go down? I guess it went up a bit. But yeah. Alright.
There are still some little things to do. It isn't the end of the day yet.
Besides, I'm not trying to smash this dude anyways.
Yes, but you're paid hourly, aren't you? Per day? Really, I don't care. You and the others can just take off for the day.
Oh, he's mad. Why is he dismissing us early, all of a sudden? Is this about the possible security threat? Did my question get him all wary and paranoid that he would just send the workers and I away? I realize that threats are of actual concern to these rich and powerful people. I imagine whether anyone wants to or not, they get a few enemies here and there. But I'm sure the foreman and his works can be trusted and are of no threat. Well, at least I trust the people that I'm working with. I understand if he doesn't. He doesn't know them from a can of paint. Still, won't it be safer if there are people around who can watch their back?
You're the boss. My being paid by the day aside, I won't be held responsible for any significant delay caused by your decisions. I'll try to get around that, of course, but I'll just remind you of the fact.
Whatever, take forever with the house. I don't give a bloody damn.
Oh, Insidious Nebula says, I gotta go back to work. Peace, man. Thanks for stopping by, man. Nice.
Don't you worry, you're still getting your money. Just sod off, go crawl around a pub and find yourself a good lay.
Jesus Christ, what a fucking cunt this guy is. I do not like this guy at all. Why did I try to cheer him up? Fucking asshole. Bitch ass motherfucker. Paranoid or aggravated as he might be, this conversation certainly didn't have to warrant that sort of remark. Yeah, man, what a fucking douchebag.
Maybe I will.
Walking out of the kitchen, I just accept the fact that whatever he says will go while under his roof. Mrs. Wright and the photographer are still far too busy in conversation to notice me, even as I make my way through the dining hall. Yo, everybody's simping over Hana right here. I'm just kidding now. I know I am. And yes, I failed No Sim September. Besides, I didn't want to ruin their fun.
Well, it wasn't really a big thing. People didn't like Blue Fonzie very much.
People don't like a film about colors. I suppose they would have liked Blue Bibby a lot more.
Going to the foyer, as we stumble upon the family butler once more, who raises a brow at my presence.
And where are you off to in a hurry, Miss McCulloch? The foreman is looking for you.
The Bratwurst wants us off the clock. He's dismissing us early because of... Oh, I don't know. He just wants us out of here.
I'll go and call a cab for you then. It would be for the best that you leave when he asks you to.
I'm sure Mr. Johans has experienced that a lot. You probably got a lot of vodka bottles thrown at him too. I would imagine that. I don't doubt it. I don't either. Let's see. My ride back to the city doesn't take too long to get here. Granted, there were some difficulties at first, because the driver didn't know where the Ermengarde mansion is. He tried to have us hand over GPS coordinates from our smartphones or some other techno-bobbable thing I don't care about, but the butler didn't understand. But as soon as we told him it's that haunted mansion over in Anselm Village, he knew just the place. Yeah, everybody knows this place, and they don't go there. For reasons. I wouldn't be there. And I finally headed over, albeit with some hesitation. Oh, yes, back in the city. Oh, look, there's a bar right there. And of course it's called the Crawl. What else would it be called, right? I like the Starbucks. All those little let's see, I'm just seeing what other businesses are here. There's Briar Realty Corp, which is right there, handy. There's the library right here. So everything's all here. Okay, cool. All the way back to the city, the driver keeps complaining about that place, giving him the willies. It gives me willies too. I would have loved to snap at him. But as soon as the thought occurs to me, another blossoms in the forefront of my mind. One that has somehow bothered me greatly, more than my exasperation over whiskey and his project, or wanting it all to stop. There's been no Lorraine whispering over my ears today. Worse, I find myself searching for it. Searching for her. I have no idea how to pronounce that. Damn the Urithi. Loose ends. Fucking bloody loose ends everywhere. I thought I've already moved past this years ago. And it does nothing to help me curb my frustration. If anything, it only ensures that I want a stiff drink. All I've got to say is a pint of plain is your only man. Go get a pint of Guinness. That'll make you feel better. Yes, and of course, and where else do I go to drink? Ah, yeah, this is a Crawl bar. Tuesdays are for karaoke, and Wednesdays, improv. Usually it's these four guys who did hilarious games. The one with Irish drinking songs are always a crowd favorite. Though I love a good laugh, stand-up comedy isn't my thing, and without Karn or Hana or any other distractions, I end up drinking a lot more this time. And when there's several bottles of beer in me, I get really, really embarrassing. Who doesn't?
Hey! G! Psst! G, come over here.
Hey man, it's G. It's fucking G.
I need you for something.
It's a good thing that the bartender is a nice fellow. I'd probably have been kicked out of other places by now, or worse. If push comes to shove, all he would do is give me an easy smile and shake of his head, even when he's attending to other customers. Just like now.
Give me a moment, will ya? I gotta go check on her.
Wait, that voice is too familiar. That sounds like Officer Lee. I don't know if that was just me, but that sounded like Officer Lee, the creepy English police officer. What? Here's some Asian guy. Oh, it's Ashton. And I'm pretty sure I've seen him here a couple of times, although he never talks to anyone else except G. The girls used to be all over him too, but he always turned them away.
I'll be here. You go do that before she falls over.
All right. What is it?
Yo, that is Officer Lee? Why is he a bartender? It looks just like him. Are they cousins?
You need someone to help you get home.
Bartender, pour the wine.
Jesus.
I think that's enough alcohol for you, little missy. I'm cutting you off.
A whine comes from the back of my throat as he pulls my bottle away. I have no hope of getting them back once they're behind the counter. Even in my drunken mind, I don't dare to hop over it for him. Because what little sense I have left knows I'd sooner take a floor dive than succeed in wresting a bottle from a sober man. Yeah, Hero, I think it's the same voice. I guess they ran out of the budget for voice actors, but hey man, if you're gonna get a voice actor, get somebody who can do a couple voices, you know? Like, they could have hit me up. No, I'm just saying. Not to brag, but hey, a couple of the peeps here in the chat, they're narrators, and yeah, they know how to change their voice even a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that doesn't stop me from trying to reach out with my arms, like a stupid idiot. Anyway, he smiles and shakes his head, just like I know he would, before going back to the other guy.
Right now, where were we? How you holding up, boy?
With no drink, and no one to really chat with, I would have gone home or gone to sleep on the bar right there and then. But I'm not ready to stand up and try to trek back home just yet.
I take it the investigation isn't going well.
Oh shit.
When does it ever? But that's not the problem, no. It's...
There's the sound of a mug being slammed down on the counter. It manages to catch my attention for a split second before I zone out again.
It doesn't matter how I am or how my investigation is going, all right?
Don't take that tone with me, boy. You know I'm only concerned. You're drinking too much as is, and I've never seen you drink before when you were here. Not once. You've been sulking here for over an hour now, which is unusual in itself. So tell me what's going on, because I'm pretty sure alcohol don't have the answer you're looking for.
That's fine, because all the answers I need are probably from you. Just give me what you know and I'll be out of your hair.
Interesting.
This about that torn-up girl on the news?
It doesn't matter. I'm here to talk business.
Okay. What is this business? I'm curious. Perhaps the Wrights own this bar and that's why he's trying to get information. That'd be interesting. And that explains why Luke was here. It could be a thing. It's possible. Their talk would have interested me. Would I have kept my attention if I gave a damn? But in my current state, I can barely give two fucks about the things going on around me. All these words are just buzzing, barely surfacing from the sea of sounds that is the pub. And it would have stayed that way, perhaps even drowned, if I didn't hear his name. Oh snap.
Luke Wright. You know the guy.
Oh snap, so I was right.
And
He's
don't
on.
pretend like you don't, G. It takes a special kind of ignorant not to know who he is.
That smug blonde who likes throwing round his money. He was just here a few days ago, as a matter of fact. Great tipper, if you think him just dumping a wad of cash on the counter after having too much whiskey counts as tipping. Why are you asking? He dirty?
You have no idea, G. He's probably the worst sort you can imagine.
Luke fucking Wright. Fucking whiskey. Even without him around, I'm still hearing about the guy. What the absolute fuck? Despite this, I find myself getting up and sauntering over to join them before I pipe up.
Is this smart talk about Luke fucking Wright I'm hearing, eh?
Private conversation here, lady.
Yeah, it ain't your business. There's only amusement on G's face. The Asian guy, he starts to look ticked off as hell.
Don't worry, Holmes, she's clean. And she might be able to help you with your, predicament.
Course. A drunk's just stumbled through here with what I need. Get real, G. No offense, lady, but you're smashed.
Hey man, she's smashing. She's beautiful, mate.
I know, right? Nothing beats being drunk after a hard day's work. Especially when you're working for Mr. Luke Wright.
So, she works for the guy? Doesn't that make her, I don't know, suspect?
See, have a little faith in me, why don't ya? I don't have much, and you might as well have something to go off. You're the one who was so desperate to come running to me for business.
Yoo-hoo! Still right here, fellas. 5'11", can't miss me. Unlike Shorty over here. What's with that,
Oh, shots
man?
fired.
You want to dance, boy? You don't look like you can bust a groove.
Damn, she firing shots at him.
Maybe a leg, but with that fancy coat of yours.
To add insult to injury, I moved directly behind him and used the top of his head as an armrest. Ooh. But when he shakes me off, I plop into the seat right next to him.
Don't try me. You can hardly stay on your feet.
Oh, bro, he's like, wanna catch these hands, bro?
We don't want to ruin your fancy coat, do we?
Jesus.
Ah, children, the both of you. But you're still standing after all that, are you? Matt, you see this giantess? She's a legendary regular here. Been treating like there's no tomorrow. I'm a bit jealous. Can't do that anymore or my liver will give out on me. Good with the mic, too. Don't see you much recently, but I guess you're always busy, aren't you? You're some fancy designer or something, if I remember correctly.
Wait, I know you. You were at the open house for the mansion.
Yeah, that's right. Marianne McCulloch. I'm a famous interior designer extraordinaire. Ooh, that rhymes.
Jesus. Yeah, she's had a lot to drink.
Anyway, you guys were talking about that weenie Luke Wright, right?
Or something. Can't really talk about it. I don't even know if I can trust you, even if G said you're clean. But anything would be of help.
Well, I don't gossip about my clients, if that's all there is to this.
You wanted to gossip about him a few minutes ago, Marianne.
And that was the beer talking. Not Marianne.
Jesus.
You won't mind if we ask the beer a few questions then?
Maybe. Depends on who's asking and what they're asking. But seriously, that guy is abso-fucking-lutely frustrating.
Oh, it's hilarious.
One moment, he's an absolute dickhead. And then he's acting like an actual decent human being the next. I just can't figure him out.
Yeah, he's a dickhead.
I can't imagine how that pretty wife of his can put up with him. If I were her, I'd dump his flat arse straight up.
And I'm not saying that because I think Hana's pretty or anything. Luke is a catch too. They both are. But I really cannot, for the love of all things holy, see how they even work out together.
So, Luke Wright, have you noticed anything strange about him while you were working with him?
Huh.
Anything peculiar? Of note?
You're the one being peachy right about now, Holmes. But nah, nothing that comes to mind off the top of my head. He's just like most rich, smarmy arseholes and then some.
Interesting. A giggle bubbles up, and I press my cheek against the cool countertop with my eyes shut tight, just because. Eventually cracking one eye open, just in case I thought I fell asleep. I grin at Holmes.
So, Holmes, I'm guessing you're some private detective or something. Is it Hannah? Did she pay you to look if he's been cheating or some such?
Hana's the wife, right? What about her? How is she?
How is she or how is she? Well and good.
Jeez.
Definitely the nicer of the two and sexiest sin.
Oh, Marianne be simping for that Hana.
Not a private detective then. Are you from one of them tabloids wanting to know if the Luke Wright doesn't know how to put his pants on right? Pants. I'd take the pants off of...
Jesus. Here we go. Slipping. I haven't been this drunk in such a long time. It's a miracle I've been coherent for as long as I have been right now.
I'm asking you if you've noticed any odd behavior from her.
Odd behave... You what?
You what, mate?
I wonder how she'd be drunk. I can just imagine her like the giggly sort.
Jesus Christ.
What do you think?
These are serious questions, Marianne. Lives might just be at stake here.
I don't know. I have
what
no
do you
idea.
expect? She's smashed.
Exactly, man. You can't interrogate somebody who's drunk and expect to get coherent information out of them.
Why am I even doing this? This is getting me nowhere, G. She's not a reliable source. The chief, let alone the courts, aren't going to take the word of a drunk. This will be dismissed, and I might be in trouble if they try to argue that I coerced a testimony out of her. This is a fucking train wreck.
You're a fucking train wreck now, if you ask me.
Yeah, man.
Maybe it's about time you apply the brakes and stop for a bit.
The wave of despair that comes over the both of them. The wave of despair that comes over the both of them is palpable. Forgive me, I've had something to drink too, guys. If feelings had a taste, it'd be bitterer than the beer I'm full of. And it gets me thinking, though thinking doesn't get me far too much shite in my system.
You know that's not an option. Thanks for being patient, McCullough. Good luck with your work on that mansion.
Speaking of that mansion, there's something going on in that place. Something. As ocht day! No wonder Mr. Right likes it so much. It's as fishy as he is. Rotten bloke. Maybe that Santos girl is really onto something, eh? Suspicious shite, I'm telling ya. Explains why she's so reluctant.
What do you mean that Santos girl is onto something?
Before I get another word out, there's hands on my shoulders, and everything starts to spin. I quickly slap his hands away, the best I can, and send him the foulest look I can muster.
Take your hands off me, pipsqueak. I'm not a lady who's shaken or stirred unless you want me up chucking on your pretty hair. But it's just like I said. Are you sure you aren't brain damaged or deaf? Santos girl from BRC showed us this creepy letter. You know, just like those spam stuff you get in your emails.
And the story is coming full circle, ladies and gentlemen.
And we thought it was some joke or that the girl was just a bit too green to handle a big sale like that. You should have seen the look on their faces when they saw it. Whiskey, that's Luke fucking right, you get me? And the missus didn't look too happy either. I should have taken a picture and posted it everywhere. When rich snobs give you that face, no wonder the Santos girl went all mental on us. Working with them does that, you know? I think I'm about to. I'm not mental yet, am I?
That's debatable.
Anyway, just like I said, in that man...
Oh my god, drunken rambling.
You okay? Holmes? You're looking a bit shaky yourself there.
And he really is pale. Paler than before, at least. I can see the gears turning in his head on overtime. Yeah, he's hiding something too, isn't he? Suddenly, he shoves a card in my hand. Oh, Ashton Frey. Nice. Oh, we got his phone number. Let's hit him up. No, I'm just kidding. On it, his name, Ashton Frey, and his number. But he has second thoughts as he grabs it from me and slips it into my pocket.
You're cute, pretty boy. But I prefer blondies.
Well, you're not exactly my type either, lady.
Yeah, girl.
But listen to me. If something comes up, don't do anything rash. If you think you're in danger or if you see anything suspicious, call me and the authorities as soon as possible. You understand me? That's 99...
I know what the damn emergency number is.
Right, 999. Good. Anyway, I have to run. See you, G.
The guy is quick on his feet, already up and at him, as soon as the numbers leave his lips. Watching him as he maneuvers through the crowd of other pub goers is enough to tire me out. Fast as he can, he's at the door and throws us a smile, and that's all we get before he's gone. Just like that.
Boy, what about your drink, boy? I'll go put it on your tab then.
Holmes boy always like that, G?
Pretty much. But what about you? I suppose I'll put your drinks on your tab too. Don't want you to spill your wallets when you look like you're close to spilling yourself.
Yeah, and if it's fine by you, I think I'll go take a bit of a cat nap here. Just for a sec or two.
Go right ahead. I'll wake you when I close up shop.
That's nice of him. Usually they have to kick him out. Mumbling a sleepy thanks, I doze off on the spot, face pressed on the counter. Already, I dread the pain I'll have for sleeping in such a condition. But when you gotta go, you gotta go. Oh, shit, they're back. They're back. Damn, bro.
Oh, Marianne! How long have you been standing there, dearie?
Come join us, Marianne. We won't bite. Unless you ask, that is.
Not that I can get much sleep to begin with. Jesus, so she's still dreaming about them. Them bitches. Let's see, we have 3 people in here. Alright. Nice. We all chilling, just taking it easy. I know it's been a while, so let's continue with the story. Do people ever have the feeling that they're working on something they really enjoy, but still it eventually tires them out? Yeah, girl, same. No, I'm just kidding, no. It's true though, it do be like that. Because honestly, I've been feeling like this.
You have certainly exceeded expectations, Marianne. Everything looks so marvelous, and in such a short time, too.
Though moments like these make all the hard work worth it. Definitely. Yeah, that view alone is worth it, mate.
Well, I can't take all the credit. People have certainly been enthusiastic about the idea of working on the right mansion. There won't be any more problems unless Mr. Wright has any more objections about the second bedroom.
Oh, no. We proceed with that room as planned.
Nice.
I already agreed to him having his greenhouse and his vineyard and his stables. He may as well let me have this one thing.
We're only about halfway done, but the honest satisfaction on a client's face is enough for me to push through. Let's face it, in between my exasperation at Mr. Wright's antics and her, I've been burning the candles at both ends. I can't even close my eyes without seeing a dead girl's face. Dead girl. Dead. She's dead. I have to keep reminding myself that, burying my feelings as deep as they buried her body, 6 feet under. I shouldn't waste so much time on someone who's supposed to be gone. I've wasted so many years thinking about her already. There should be no need to bother myself with the dead, and I should be bothering myself with the living. Too bad the living are usually as complicated, if not more, than ghosts of the past.
But don't you have a party?
Yes. But Luke's just being a sweetie, you see. That friend he's visiting, he's having marital problems and he's just trying to cheer him up.
It's even more complicated when the living in question is a pair of rich and famous socialites way past their honeymoon phase. And I've been somehow roped into being a relationship counselor.
They've been married for a long time and they've hit a... how do they say it? A rough patch. His wife has a drinking problem and can be very neglectful. The poor thing really does his best to be a good husband.
I remember this part.
But it's never enough for her. Sometimes I think it's the years. Maybe it's been so long that they've lost that romantic spark. What do you think?
If I'm going to be completely honest, I need to ask. This is about you and Mr. Wright, isn't it?
Yep.
Suppose it is. What would you tell me?
Then, I tell you it's none of my business. I tell you that I don't want to meddle. But, if the troubled husband with the neglectful wife asked me for my honest opinion, I'd say that he shouldn't base his happiness and his self-worth on someone else. Maybe he should try being independent for a while. See what it's like when he isn't trying to please someone else and doing things for himself. Everyone's supposed to be their own man or woman, right? A bit of breathing room never hurt anyone. We shouldn't let our fear control our lives.
Yes, this is true. Why she thinks a single woman like me would be the best source of relationship advice is beyond me. Still, I talk and answer to the best of my abilities. Without realizing it, I'm already pouring out a part of me that I thought were long gone. I'd like to believe my words will be of some help to Miss Wright. If I'm honest, though, they are of some help to me. Like some weight has been taken off my shoulders. Lorraine.
I really should handle what's left of the work.
You won't be attending the party? Oh, you really must, Marianne.
The weight of what happened to her hasn't left me yet, did it? Maybe.
I'll try to stay and chat. Maybe grab a few bites and a drink, but I can't be around for the entirety of the event. My apologies. Busy, busy, busy.
You must stay a while. I'd love for you to meet some of my friends, and they're ever so excited to meet you. You need to say hello to the Lees, at least. If it wasn't for them, I'd never even heard of you.
Maybe it's about time I changed that.
We'll see. So, if I can be excused?
Certainly.
Nice.
You'll have to excuse me as well. I must attend to the party before any early birds arrive. Because, believe me, they will throw a fuss if things aren't ready, even when they're not supposed to be here until an hour later.
Though I shouldn't dwell on the dead, I shouldn't just callously forget about them too. Saying that I have work left to do is an easy enough excuse to make. I know how other people see me. They see someone so obsessed with their craft that she would so easily miss things like a party for it. Outside the parlor, people hurry about here and there in preparation for the Wright's grand housewarming party. None spare me a glance as I slip past them, each working on their appointed roles and not daring to slack off while they work for what is probably the most powerful couple in Luxburn. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so creepy stuff always happens in the kitchen, so let's see what happens. I make it into the kitchen with ease, the wine cellar being my final destination. Of course it is. But when is a great task ever simple? Probably never. And this is a great task, isn't it? My greatest one yet, that is worthy of being called a quest. I'm not acting as Marianne McCulloch, a professional interior designer, when I chose to lie about being too busy for a party. I'm Marianne McCulloch, a lawful neutral cleric with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in charisma. Okay. Just thinking of it like that makes it a bit cheesy. But it helps with the fear. It helps overcome the insane thought that I'm actively seeking out something that has been plaguing me for years. I might face my worst nightmare, or I might see something and find myself imagined grand quest fall flat. And who would have thought that the gatekeeper to my final quest would be someone I thought would be a valuable ally.
Schnell! Hurry up, you snails! We are on a deadline and you are wasting my time!
The butler comes from the cellar and into the kitchen, tailed by a couple of others. People who I assume are most likely chefs and bartenders. He raises a brow, seeing me just standing there by the hatch, by the trap door. It almost looks like he's going to throw me out for being in the kitchen without permission. But then he motions for the others to disperse and familiarize themselves with their surroundings. Meanwhile, he continues to stand there, preventing entry into the darkness beyond.
What are you doing here, Fraulein? This is not the place for guests or in an architect right now. I request you leave.
I was just looking around for any last-minute things, yes?
Yes, you have been doing that a lot. Looking around, snooping about.
This guy is so suspicious.
Now is not the time for such things. If you're not careful, people might think you are up to something.
Sounds like he's speaking from experience. The look he gives me as he says this is almost chilling. Yeah, man, this guy looks like he'll straight up murder your ass. It takes a special type of person to be a cold, heartless assassin. A soulless one. A ginger. No, I'm just kidding. If life was a game book, he'd probably be the true neutral warlock guarding the treasure room. A difficult opponent to beat with 9 points in wisdom and 8 in dexterity.
Well, I'm not done yet. I actually need to go into the wine cellar. Just need a quick go at the place. So just don't mind me. I'll be out of your hair soon enough.
Go outside, enjoy the party. Bask in the praise and adulation they will no doubt shower you with when the madam speaks highly of you. Surely you've had enough of this stuffy old kitchen by now. You do not want to cause trouble. Both the bratwurst and Hannah want this to be perfect. It would be a disservice and a disrespect to toe out of line and risk it being anything otherwise. And more importantly, I will be blamed for any failure that happens tonight.
His intervention almost turns me away. Maybe this is a sign that I'm not meant to seek Lorraine out. But...
Please, it's really important.
So she wants to see the ghost? Or, yeah, so she wants to see her ex-girlfriend again.
15 minutes. 9. 10 minutes. Any longer and I'll pull you out of there myself. The bratwurst will be furious if he thinks anyone is touching his precious wine without his permission.
Thank you. This seriously means a lot.
He steps aside. He steps aside, begrudgingly. At this point, it looks like there's no turning back. Ooh. It does give me some serious dungeon vibes. The cellar greets me ominously as I descend. The space feels smaller, with a lot more bottles lining the wall compared to before, and knowing what might be waiting for me here makes things worse. The mirror that had been moved from the study is my goal. I did not return it to my initial I did not return to it after my initial discovery, but the thought of Lorraine, how much I want to see her again, even if it's just for one more time, keeps coming back into my mind. As I walk through the cellar, I have to stop when I feel something crunch beneath my feet. Oh shit. Whatever few bottles were left behind here are now nothing but glass under my heels. Perhaps dropped by one of the many chefs and bartenders the butler had escorted through here before. And it made a downright mess, with red slick pooling from the remnants of a good drink. With how dark this place is, a person with a dark enough imagination can easily mistake it for blood. I can't help but think it is, despite the easy, logical explanation that had come to my mind, only because of what I'm about to do. It's merely a momentary distraction as I continue to the end of the cellar where the mirror stands. Popped up on a far wall, it gleams innocently while pretending to be a simple and ordinary mirror. How morbid to think this thing can show a person their deepest, most desperate desires, then twists it to an image so dark. That's what I had seen that day. Though I heard Lorraine many times, I'd only seen her here within its frame. I wonder if people have discovered it before. How many were wasted away in front of it, enamored, and how many are frightened away by what they saw. Yet as I stand before it now, Nothing. I can barely see my own reflection in this darkness.
How does this even work? Mirror, mirror on the wall? Something? Anything?
Nothing. Touching its surface doesn't make it magically activate or anything like that. There's no sudden surge of power, and I'm not suddenly granted sight. It stays what it is, a mirror. Was Lorraine's appearance in the mirror all some sort of fevered dream? Am I really that burdened with guilt and despair that my mind would eat itself in my stress and have me hallucinate such things? Either way, just going on some crazed obsession for a girl long gone must warrant me a trip to a doctor. Already, I feel ill. After a few more minutes, in the hopes that something would change, I turn around to leave. I can just go back upstairs like nothing ever happened. Perhaps drop by the party for some hors d'oeuvre, and go home and collect myself. Besides, Mrs. Wright is expecting me, and I'm...
Going to leave me again then, are you?
Oh shit, there she is again. I stop in my tracks, but I don't turn back. As much as it pains me, I don't look back. If I'm just hearing her again, desperately delusional, and I look back to see nothing, I don't want to give myself false hope. But when I feel fingers around my wrist pull at me, I look back in shock. My first thought is, how in God's name is this possible? And the second is, Lorraine? Her hands are cold. Oh shit, so this is her, like, crush or, like, ex-girlfriend from back then.
Are you that mad at me that you're just going to ignore me, Marianne?
I don't know what to say, and I can only stare at her in wonder. She stands there, in the mirror, with only her arm extended outward for my sake. I look at the hand still holding my wrist, and when she sees me looking at it, she moves it so that our hands are intertwined, fingers weave together. Seeing her there and feeling her touch meant I'm not crazy, though however impossible and unexplainable this is all to me right now. It just takes my breath away. Pulling her out from there is tempting. I can imagine doing so with ease. We can be together again, Lorraine and Marianne, like nothing had ever happened. But that would be all a big lie, wouldn't it?
What? Cat got your tongue? Don't just look at me like that. Say something.
Even if this thing were some magical portal that could bring back the dead, it doesn't erase anything. Just looking at her, still a younger teenager while I'm already a grown woman, it serves no other reason than to break the illusion that blinds me. I've seen her twice now, always behind a mirror. If this is real, if this isn't some delusion, then why can she only exist behind the glass? Welcome, the box. How you doing, man? It's good to see you.
Yeah, you have no idea how happy I am to see you. It's been so long.
You don't look happy.
I really am happy. But at the same time, I can't help but think about what happened to you.
And what does that mean? What are you saying?
She gives me this peculiar look, and before my eyes, she moves to step out of the mirror. Oh shit. In turn, I wrench my hand from her and take a step back, almost as if I'm afraid.
I don't know how this is possible, but whatever this is, It isn't real. You can't be real.
I'm right here, aren't I? What other proof do you need?
No. I see you. I hear you. I feel you. But even with all that, you can't be real. You just can't. I saw your body. I helped bury you. You're dead.
A deep hurt crosses her face, and it just breaks my heart in two, seeing her wear that expression.
Burying me wasn't the only thing you did. Don't you dare lie. But I'm going to be the bigger woman, aren't I? Let bygones be bygones. I'll forgive you, as long as you stay with me, Marianne.
Ooh.
That's why you came down here, right? To find me?
That was the plan. I came down here looking for her, for closure. But this isn't just closure. This is something else entirely. I didn't think I would be forced to make such a choice. Do I leave or do I stay? Ooh, I'm going to make a new save file just in case. Because I want to see what happens, but I'm curious. I want to see what happens when she says stay. I really do want to stay. With her. I'm getting tired of pretending. Of lying to myself. And the fact that I'm admitting this to myself now of all times only brings to light with how Lorraine was right about me all along. I should have listened to her.
But, Lorraine, you're dead. How can we even stay together?
I know. And it's your fault, isn't it? You tore us apart. But now, you can put us back together again.
And now that I have the choice to fix what I had done to us, then who am I to do otherwise?
I'm so sorry. I must look like a right mess.
I'm here, Em. I'm here now, don't you worry. Come here.
It takes everything I have not to tear up at the sight of her. She reaches out and slips her fingers through mine before pulling me away from the tunnel and towards the mirror. A reflection, a grown woman and a teenager barely past her prime, lends a bizarre light to this whole scene.
I can't imagine how you've been so alone all these years. I left you, Lorraine. I didn't mean to, but that's what I did. I don't even know if you can ever forgive me.
Don't cry. Doesn't suit your pretty face. Besides, I don't have to be alone anymore, do I? You're here for me, aren't you? You'll never leave me again, will you?
My mouth goes dry as she speaks to me, as she looks at me. That isn't the plan. This isn't closure. Yet, her hand in mine makes me believe that this is real. She's real, and that's all that matters. Nothing else.
Yes, of course. I wouldn't dare leave you.
Oh shit.
You swear you won't leave me?
I swear to God, I won't, Lorraine.
Though her smile remains, I can only describe her expression as sad. She walks around until she stands just behind me and wraps her arms around my waist. I nearly crumble with how I am in her arms once more. When she puts her chin in the crook of my neck, and I feel her hot breath on my neck, I'm filled with both joy and grief. A scent of chocolate, almonds, honey, and beer surround me. My first taste of love. The love that I denied. It had been so bittersweet.
God's not the only one you're making promises to, Marianne. Swear it to me. Or, even better, prove it to me.
I'll stay forever with you, Lorraine. I swear it to you.
Oh damn, let's see.
How do I even prove it to you?
Is she gonna like ask her to kill herself?
Simple.
She presses something in my hand. A large glass of... Oh shit. A large glass shard from a wine bottle. Cold and sharp.
Join me.
Jesus Christ. Is she suggesting that I...
Die for me.
Lorraine! That's... How can I?
How can I even do such a thing?
There's no need to be scared. I'll be here for you until the end, Marianne. Even if you hadn't done the same for me. But that's the only way I can forgive you. The only way we can be together again.
Oh shit. She guides my hand, raising the glass shard. My own hands are weak. And as is my will. And I can only bare my neck to do with as she pleases. There's no reason, no self-preservation, as I mindlessly welcome my own death, as if it will lead me to my salvation. I feel nothing at first, other than the glass touching my skin like a caress, until a stinging sensation blooms from my neck. The pain sears and burns like nothing I've ever felt before, and every breath intensifies the feeling. Even if I wanted to cry out and scream, I can only cough as a slick, metallic taste coats my tongue. The most I can do beyond that is rasp out, calling for her name.
Lorraine.
Damn, bro. Cold and weak. I grow worse by the second. I cough with each ragged breath, expelling the blood that I'm inhaling through my slit throat.
Shush now. It'll be over soon.
Bruh.
Really soon.
Oh my god, that's fucking creepy as shit. There's a moment of doubt as I remember that the devil was once the most beautiful angel in heaven, that I shouldn't be deceived by such beauty. But in my final moments, all of that is soon forgotten. My mouth twitches. I can't muster even the smallest of smiles anymore. But I'll be with Lorraine. You've unlocked a memory fragment. Oh. Interesting. Oh shit, so we playing as Rebecca now. Shit. I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. I'm kind of thinking I should go back and like, I kind of had a feeling that was going to happen, but I wanted to see it anyways. And I'm really on the fence though. I'm really on the fence about it because I get it. I don't want all of the characters to die and shit like that, but I don't know. Maybe I should, I'm going to do a separate save file, and I'm thinking about leaving it off at here, guys, to be honest with you. So, you know what? I think I'm going to leave it at that, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, seems like there's not too many people in here, so maybe we can continue in a bit. And I think by the end of the next stream, I'll decide whether I want to keep Marianne alive or not, because I have that save file. But yeah, I'm curious. We'll see what happens. So, but yeah. I don't know, I just wanted to make it a quick stream, just wanted to catch up with my friends, post something, let you guys know that I'm still alive. But yeah, hopefully, you know what, hopefully I can get back on the horse and making some more content for you guys. But yeah, I think we're gonna leave it at that. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm sure we'll continue the stream. Who knows, maybe even tomorrow. We'll see how I'm feeling. But yeah, just know that I do have some more creepy stories on the way, and I'd like to thank you all for the support, helping me reach my goals, and keeping me motivated. It's been quite a rough couple of weeks for me, but I'm glad to be back, and yeah, I'll be... Oh, yo, Chronopasta just showed up. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna call it a night here. Just a quick one, but yeah, I'll see you guys later in the next stream or in the next video. But yeah, bye for now. And remember, when all goes wrong in the night and everything's the matter, you'll be sure to hear of it from the Mad Chatter.